Good morning, The Excellency of Mrs. Dini Nur Arini, as lecturer in English Department in University of Lambung Mangkurat. I am Andreni Elizabeth. I am a student of English Department in University of Lambung Mangkurat. So, today I will present my proposal seminar entitled The effect of small group discussion in reading class on student reading comprehension at SMA N1 Pulau Petak. For background of the study, reading comprehension is the main goal of reading that refers to understand what is being read. There are two indicators of successful reading that should be achieved by the student. The first is the students are able to catch the meaning of the text and able to write out the content of the text together with their friend. Nevertheless, it seems that those two indicators of successful reading have not been achieved. It can be seen that some students didn't comprehend the text, while as a result, they get bad score in the reading test. The teacher used a strategy in order to help the student understand a text. One of the techniques that is proposed in this research is small group discussion. Small group provides opportunities for students. It can help the student to comprehend difficult words, sentence, content, topic, phrase, and identifying reference by requiring them to share and discuss their thought and problem with other group members. Therefore, in this research, with the topic of the effect of small group discussion in reading class on student reading comprehension, this research was conducted in SMA N1 Pulau Petak. For the statement of the problem, is there any effect of small group discussion in reading class on student reading comprehension, and what are difficulties that the student face on comprehending a text? For objective of the study is to find out whether there is an effect of small group discussion in reading class on student reading comprehension and the difficulties that the student face on comprehending a text. And the significance of the study, the result of this research is expected to be useful for the English teaching particularly and also to the English teacher, because students would not be able to produce a text when they have not comprehended the text well. And the last is the scope of research. This research mainly deals with the effect of small group discussion in reading class on student reading comprehension in formal setting. And the next is review of relative literature. This chapter discusses several points related to the theories used in this study, such as concept of reading comprehension, problem in reading, teaching reading comprehension, technique in teaching reading comprehension, and the last review of previous research. Review of related literature. First is reading comprehension. Reading comprehension is the main goal of reading, in which reader usually make use of background knowledge, vocabulary and grammatical knowledge, experience with text and other strategies to help them understand written text. The second is problem in reading. There are several problems that often are faced by students during reading process. They are vocabulary, sentences problem, theoretical structure, and background knowledge. And then aspect of reading. There are 5 types of reading. determining main idea, finding the specific information, finding reference, finding interference, and guessing meaning of vocabulary. And then teaching reading comprehension. Teaching reading comprehension is kind of activity that has purpose to enhance students in comprehending text. Next, technique and teaching reading comprehension. The researcher applies small group technique. This technique might help the student comprehend the content of the text very well, and the student can share, complain, discuss, and convert their ideas with other members in group. And the last is review of previous research. The first previous research was done by Ahmad. His effective technique to improve student reading skill, which has been conducted in junior high school. And the second previous research was done by Islamia. This technique is able to improve student reading comprehension. And then, method of the research. The first is research design. This study was considered as mixed methodology design because it combined two methods between quantitative and qualitative research. The second is subject. The population of this research was the second grade student of SMA N1 Pulau Petak. Student reading comprehension was considered as a dependent variable, and small group discussion functioned as independent variable. The instruments that were used in this research reading comprehension is reading comprehension test and interview. For data collection technique, is collection appropriate data. The researcher would apply two data collecting technique. They are text and interview. And the last is data analysis. Data analysis for test is scoring the student worksheet, sorting, comparing, and interpreting the result. For data analysis for the interview, I use classifying the question, interview, analyzing the result of the interview, and interpreting the result. As you can see, this is the formula and the criteria of reliability for scoring the student reading comprehension test. I think that's all for me, and thank you.